with Manny Pacquiao, we're looking at Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Terrence Crawford, maybe Matisse, who's fighting post-style if he's, and then we're going to see if Juan Manuel Marquez is going to continue fighting and wants a fight like that. So those are the 5 candidates.
What do you think the Bradley and Rios is a good fight?
Bradley and Rios is sensational. Tough to pick a winner. Bradley is, I think, a much better boxer, but Rios is going to take the fight to him, big puncher, and so I think we're going to see a shootout.
A lot of boxing fans want to see Rios and Pravadnikov. How do you feel about that? Rios and Pravadnikov. Pravadnikov and Rios.
Oh, Pravadnikov. Pravadnikov is very, very good fighter, but, you know, let's be honest about it. Even though he makes good fights, he's lost, 3 out of his last 4 fights. So, you know, I think he has to rehabilitate himself, win some fight, and then get back into the mix.
Bob, you mentioned Amir Khan as one of the possible opponents for Manny Pacquiao. Amir Khan is being guided by Al Heyman. Does it mean that you're going to work together with Al Heyman to make this fight?
No, I won't work together with Al Heyman. But Amir Khan, while he's advised by Heyman, it's a different kind of contract, as I understand it, from the other fighters, and that Khan can make his own decisions. And I've been dealing with the Khan people and without Al Heyman, and I don't anticipate any problem in that regard.
Why did you dismiss Danny Garcia as one of Manny's possible opponents?
I don't think Danny Garcia is truly a competitive fight with Manny. I mean, Garcia got a couple of gift decisions that he didn't deserve with Herrera and the other fight, and I'm not really interested in Garcia.
Okay. Bob, what do you make of the Mayweather and the IV situation?
Did you hear the question?
Bob, what do you make of the whole Mayweather and the IV question?
I think I'm less concerned about that, although it's a source of concern, than I am about the points in House's article where he has Mayweather being tested with a 0.6 and a 0.8 on the ratio between testosterone and epitestosterone. I'm an old man, and my ratio is 1.5 to 2. Mayweather's ratio as an athlete should be between 2 and 3. For him to test less than 1%, something is wrong. Now, what could be wrong is there's a cream that you take to get the ratio down, which is an epitestosterone cream, but you can't really regulate it. And if you rub it in, you can lose control of the ratio. Now, if a doctor saw a ratio in a young male athlete like 0.6 and 0.8, he should send them right to the hospital. That's, like, to my mind, virtually impossible. I'm not a doctor, but it's something incredible. So how do you test whether something was going on? Well, there's urine samples that you get, part of which are frozen. Take those frozen urine samples, do a CIR on it, a carbon isotope ratio, and you'll see if there's anything in there that shows the use of performance-enhancing drugs, which is, in effect, what gets the testosterone up above 4. Now, maybe there's nothing there. I don't know. I mean, Mayweather fought for top rank for over 10 years, and I always considered to him to be a very clean athlete. Never, ever even thought that he would ever use those kind of drugs, and I still have to remember the years he spent with us, but something smells wrong with those tests. That's over and above this crazy 3 weeks after the fight getting a TUE from USADA.
Mr. Arum, we saw earlier Antonio Margarito here. Do you think we're gonna see him again on the ring?
We're very, very fond of Tony Margarito. The problem there is physical. The doctor who examined Margarito, eminent doctor from Utah, Moran Eye Institute, has to give him a clearance before we would get involved. And Tony is going to go to Utah next week, and we'll see. If he passes that, then I would love to arrange fights for Tony again.
Let me ask you something. Timothy Bradley is a top-tier champion fighter. And it's an injustice that these other fighters won't fight. Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and all these guys, I mean, he should be
Listen,
able to fight those guys.
Timothy Bradley, in the last few years, aside from Pacquiao and Mayweather, probably made more money than any other fighter. So the fact that some fighters won't fight him, there's plenty of guys around like Brandon Rios who will fight him, where Timothy can make a multi-million-dollar payday. So don't weep for Timothy Bradley.
Bob, speaking about Timothy Bradley, even here in LA where he's from, he didn't sell out the StubHub Center like, say, Triple G did.
Well,
So,
first of all, he's not from
Palm Springs.
LA, he's from Palm Springs, as you say. Secondly, which fighters really sell out someplace like the StubHub? They're Hispanic fighters. And as good as Timothy Bradley is, one thing I think we can agree on is he's not Hispanic.
Yes, but he's also not a ticket seller. What makes you think that you're going to sell out Thomas Mack Center, which is a pretty big arena?
Thomas Mack Center, we have designed it for 9,000 people, and I'm sure we'll sell it out. We're not opening up the balcony. We're keeping the ticket prices modest within the first bowl and the ringside, and we expect to sell that out.